Okie dokie. I'm gonna go ahead and do the explanation video for 89 over 55, which means first up we have the chord part for 89 over 55. And wait, here we go. Alright, 89 over 55. What we have here is the D suspended second chord to, well, B minor chord, but we're adding in a suspended fourth note. So let's get it added in that open note right here. Both of them come from that open first string, open E string. So suspended second, B minor suspended fourth. Again, the fourth and the second is all coming from there. Alright, next at G to A. That's that G to A. And we have the chords that follow that little in-between interlude change-up part. I'll begin with that E minor to A. Now, once we finish with that part and come out of it, we come out into something different. I do believe that's going to be your D chord, straight D this time, to your straight D minor. Once we get back into the first part, it'll revert to the suspended second and minor suspended fourth for that part, straight chords. Pretty sure of it, unless you find something that works better for you. I like the straight chords there. Well, that's pretty much all the parts. Everything is just rendition of something we've already shown. Now we get into actually explaining what I'm doing with the lead. Well, fortunately, like most of this song and the next one, this is all major key type material. Most of it, like a very, very, very large percentage of the 89/55 video, along with the detective movie theme song, it's all major keys. And we start out with 89/55, which is all a D major key. So we have the notes D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and we're back to D. Well, we start off building off of our low D5 chord. We're going to walk it. Low D, A, D, E, F sharp, E, D, A. I'm gonna borrow a phrase from 8-Bit Gamer. That guy, or 8-Bit Musician, that guy, he often explains things to where you have that first phrase, and that's the request phrase, and you have the second phrase, and that's the response phrase. Well, that's going to be our request phase right there. And our response being, which is our C sharp to D. You're going to slide back to C sharp, B, and you're going to use that low D note to rattle with the B. Whole thing. Okay, so again, D, A, D, E, F sharp, E, D, A, C sharp slide to D, back to C sharp, B, low D, B. Just keep repeating it. Start 4 times. Next part. Here's the G chord. G5 is what we're using. Same, it just kind of moves. Alright, so G, D, G, A, B, A, G, and now you're going to go to E. A, E, A, B, C sharp, B, A, E. Next time around, I mean, you're always going to E in the end there. It's always going to be that E note as that last 8th note, so. That E note. That E note. So you see that there. Otherwise, we're doing the same thing again, except we're using G chord this time, but we're walking that suspended second to that major, back to the suspended second, back to the 1 note, and just moving along from there. Whenever you're using the G chord, you're going to be going to a 6th note in the end. That's really the application of an E and a G chord. When you're going to the A chord, you're using the 5 note, so it's just a 5th. Alright, next up is is our little interlude middle piece. And well, that just starts off on an E minor. You're just eighth note in the E minor. So low E, mid E, G, B, no, it's not it. So E, E, G, E, B, G, E, G. All the patterns are going to be that, like that. It's going to be that walk it inside, back it up on, walk it from the outside lower and bring it back inside one. So it's always going to be that same pattern. So A is going to be the same way. If you have a rhythm guitarist, you're going to converge with him on that D chord with the suspended second notes. That's where you converge with your rhythm guitarist. Alright, next part begins on a G, except you're sliding to the low end first. A, D, sorry about that. Back to the G. E minor. A. And then the D. Guitars converge. And we'll actually melody end, you're going to be covering the low G note. If you're both in drop D tuning, you're going to be covering the low G note, because they're going to be playing the chord, and well, that's the way it sounds bass. So they're going to be covering the chord, you're going to be covering that note. Make that note ring out. Don't mute it. Let that note ring out. Alright, moving into the alternative beginning piece now. We have this is a lot like the other piece, except now we're moving up to a higher, well, D major type chord, using the 1 and the 3 note now. And we're walking the suspended 4 to the 5 note instead of the suspended 2 to the 3 note. So higher up and different notes, but it's a very similar pattern. So low D, mid D, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, D, C sharp to D hammer on, so that low D, mid-range F sharp, back to that mid D, back to that mid-range F sharp. So again, that's kind of going to be our request right there. We're going to get to the response in just a second, but D, D, F sharp, G, A, D, D, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, D, C sharp to D hammer on, D, F sharp, D, F sharp, and back to the D, of course. So here we go. D, B, D, F sharp, B, F sharp, D, B, D. So it's actually 4 and then 3. D, B, D, B. That F sharp holds for a moment, then B, F sharp. Repeat it twice, but that final time, you're doing it 4 times. So again, D, B, D, B, F sharp, B, F sharp, D, B, D, B, F sharp, B, F sharp. Again, that's what I'm saying is the response pattern. So let's connect them. Sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, D, C sharp to D hammer on, D, F sharp, D, F sharp, D. I don't know if that D note's actually in there, but we're going to that low D. It isn't the mid range. It is the low range. We go immediately to the low range. Low D, B, low D, B, F sharp. Hold for just a moment. B, F sharp, D, B, D, B, F sharp, B, F sharp. So, okay, I know you've seen this enough now. So, you've got 89 over 55. Everything else is just different renditions of what I've already shown you. So, you can figure out the whole song from what I've given you there. And again, it's just all to start with the first long one. Most of it's gonna be standard tuning. Interesting usage of standard tuning, sure. Cool technique, sure. Some different style, sure. But mostly major keys for the start of this long one. We're gonna move from this D key right here into C key to start the next song and start off of our little D minor initial ring out. So that's just an A, D, D, F, A, fifth. That's all that is. And well, we might as well do the intro part to detective movie theme song. I have a feeling detective movie theme song won't be a hard one. You know, we might as well just go ahead and do it. Let's get detective movie theme song in this video too. Well, at least the start of it. I mean, I am gonna have to show you some parts, but let's at least get the start of it. The start of it and that main piece. It's just a low, the main piece is just a low end and a high end that has the C note in it. It comprises, at least that part comprises of a D note, an A note, A note, a C note, and I mean, that's all it really is. And the F and the G that it hammers onto. But it's picking up this D minor seventh feel. It's really playing off that D minor seventh scale position. Like, that's what it's working out of whenever it comes to the key of C. It's really playing hard off it, but this D minor seventh thing. But the first part is a reprise of this very, this main part. It came later on during early different steps era, mid different steps era, and the reprise is only using the D, G, A, B notes. So there's no C note, there's no F note. It's using very basic of the key of C. Again, D, actually D, E, G, A, and B. D, E, G, A, B. And well, we start off on a high D fifth. So D5, low D, A, and now we're going to start working this little I mean, it's an E note and a G note. So E minor, I mean, you can consider it a few different things. Off of a C, but we know we're not using C. E minor type thing. So high D5, low D note, A note, not two-note chord. We're going to call it E minor type thing, but again, E note and a G note. And then you're just going to bounce back to the D, A, D, the low D, the A, and the low D. So again, the whole thing together. High D5, D, A, E minor type thing, low D, A, D. We're going to do that 4 times. Alright, after that we get into the first of our responses. Now our first one is that high D fifth. Let me get them together. Low D5, A, B, yes, okay. Low D5, or I mean, high D5, low D, A, B, it's going to be a D note and a G note. We're respecting a G chord here. So middle G chord, just middle open 2-note G chord. And then we're gonna bounce from a low G to the low D. Again, that's that high D chord, low D note, A, B, that G chord, 2-note G chord, G, D. Sorry, I'm mixing up two parts here. That's correct, though. And you're going to do that twice before we get into the next variation of this thing, which is going to be that high D5 again. This time we're just going straight to the A, B, that G5, that little G chord type thing, 2-note G chord. Now we're gonna go B, G, low D note. So just a slight different variation. Again, D5, A, B, that G type thingy, 2-note G chord, B, G, low D note, all notes. Alright, we do that once, and then the first variation once, and we're back into our except we've got something new to this now. This is going to be D5, low D, A, and that E minor type variation I showed you, except now we're going to be using that with an A note. So now it's kind of becoming an A7th type feel to it. Well, A5th, 7th, A5th with that G note ringing out as a 7th note. So again, high D5, low D note, A note. We get that 5 and 7 note ringing out of our A7th. 8, back to that 5 and 7 note. That's gonna ring out in every other time. So first time it's gonna be and the D note at the end. So high D5, low D note, A note, ring out that 7th slash E minor chord, A, ring it out again, A, D, oh, no, don't ring the A. I need to do that one more time actually. Don't ring the A out. High D5, D, A, 7th chord type feel, A, 7th chord type feel, and then just go straight to the low D. Don't hit the A again. Go straight to the low D. And again, every other time, that's what you're gonna do. That starts us off. And well, that first, then the first one I taught you, then that, then the first one, then we'll go into the next rendition. But where you get to hear it together. All right, back to the well, that second rendition of the second part. This time we got one to where we walk a G chord. So that one is the high D5, A, B, let the G, hold on, sorry. High D5, A, B. This time we're going to walk the G chord. So that 4th string is the G note. D, we've got our pointer finger down on the B. So G, D, B, G. And that's only on the 3rd time. This is the 4th time. We're going back to that's where we're at. That's where we're going to get more aggressive with the second pattern from the first part. You're going to do it 4 times in a row. No more first rendition. All second rendition. Hold on. Let me do this again. Let me get it right. Again, that high D5, low D note, A note, that A7 part to the chord, the A note, A7 part to the chord, the low D note, and just keep it going 4 times this time instead of switching back. Alright, final rendition of the and I've already shown you everything except for the very outro part, but you're gonna start this final second part with which puts you on a G note at the end, which means we're not going back to high D fifth. We're going to a low note. We're going to the low D. But again, that's what this is set up to do. In the end, we're going to take we're going to take it away. We're going to take it into something else. I should also note that this is getting into like a lot of what detective movies theme song is a pattern that can work in a 3/4 or a 4/4. A lot of what we've been doing is the 3/4 pattern. We're about to get into the definite 4/4 pattern. But a lot of what we've been doing, it can be counted on a 3/4 or a 4/4. It just depends on where you want to, how you want to do it, how you feel comfortable with it. But again, let's move out of this. We got the high D fifth, A, B. Now walk it. G, D, B, G. We're doing this twice. Right, that second rendition. High D fifth, A, B, that 2-note G fifth, B, G, D, high D fifth, A, B, walk it, G, D, B, G, and now for the 4/4 part. Alright. Low D note, high D fifth, 2-note D fifth. D, low D note again, A. Now we're gonna put that 2-note E minor or 2-note A seventh that I showed you. It can be either or. Well, yeah. Okay, so low D, high D fifth, D, A, we're going to call it the E minor or the A7th, low D, B, and then that 2-note open G chord, the D and the G, 3 and the 5 open, and we're just going to repeat that. On the final time, you're just going to sweep a D fifth, a full D fifth chord. Not really sweep it, but you're gonna finishing off the sound with that D fifth chord. And well, we're going to go ahead and make that our video for today. I feel this is running a little long now after the explanation part, but I want to be thorough about these explanation parts. That way, anybody who's not picking this out perfectly can grasp it, like I'm not missing anything. And, well, if you don't need this part of the explanation video, you can skip to the next part. I try to take it one thing at a time in these, so one step at a time. Again, I hope they're helpful. I'm sorry there's not a lot of like intricate theory with these songs. This is more different classical patterns and just doing cool stuff with major keys, but it still will make for a fun video. This is a cool song, and the final part of the song will make for some interesting theory on top of everything else too. So, yep, we're going to go ahead and cut this one for now. Keep this one at 89/55's explanation video with the very beginning of the detective movie theme song. Again, this part that I just showed you is the actual reprise of the main part that we're going to be going over in the next video. We've got really what I would consider 3 sections left. The main part, which is going to consist of a low end and a high end. The next section after that has that 3/4/4/4 type switching to it. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that. It's still 3/4 to 4/4. It's a 3 and a 4. Still counts. And then the final section I would count as that sliding minor thing that works off of that GDG thing. Or really DGDG G-rooted sliding minor looks, and that thing kind of has 3 parts surrounding it, and well, that thing does jump ship a little with its note tracking, so that'll make for a fun part. But yep, for now, we're going to leave it at this. It's been fun, and, well, we get to the next one soon. Thank you. Hope it's been helpful.